In three, two. Oh well, I thought it was gonna be longer than that. We live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Sir.
Windy City Vibin.
Episode, I don't even know.
Don't. We not doing that. This is
Okay.
we recording November 5th.
Right.
Because I've lost track of. I'm like episode. You know what? I'm not even gonna put episode numbers no more.
2021.
2021. This is the record date. If it might get published tonight. It might get published tomorrow morning. We don't know. All depends on how my internet and how YouTube go. But anyway, I got a couple topics, mostly sports, but I do have one question for you.
Okay.
Doom. Are you interested? Have you watched it? Or are you?
Oh, Doom, D-U-M-E.
Yes, Doom.
I thought you said Doom as in the D.
No, not the video game / movie or whatever they did.
That started The Rock, right?
Yeah. Not the nine. I'll give you. We did The Rock last week. I'm gonna give you a break, sort of, with The Rock this week. A little hint of what we're gonna talk about later, but.
Disclaimer: I love The Rock as a rule. I love The Rock. I'm just not. The Rock can do wrong. I'm not one of those.
Yes, absolutely. Wait, first of all, anybody can do wrong.
We're not. Yeah, I'm not a fanatic like that.
Except for Tim Tebow, he can't do no wrong.
Tim Tebow can do wrong.
He can, but he can't.
Okay.
Because he should have been in the NFL. He a playoff winning quarterback.
He was in the NFL. He was a tight end for the
game. He got played. Anyway,
did he get the short end of the stick? He did.
Yes, he knows. Yes, that's yes.
Black quarterback.
Yes, he was black man. He know what a black man goes through.
No,
man. Woo, imagine if we was doing this back then. I would have, man. Don't get me started. Anyway, yeah, but Doom.
Answer your question. I did watch Doom.
Don't say nothing because I ain't watched it yet. I just wanted to, because I've seen the trailer and I was very interested. And I asked Tasha, and she said that she'll watch it with me.
Check it out. I was going to say I watched it. I remember Doom because I think my pops has the old school Doom like recording on VHS, and I think I watched him, or at least I remember as a child the sandworms or whatever. And
I didn't even know it was that deep.
Yeah, so when I saw that they was remaking, I'm like, oh, let me check it out because I never watched it back then with my pops, but I think I remember the name on a VHS, and it was a recorded movie. So yeah, I remember the name and everything. So. And this isn't a reboot of that, but this is a total remake based off the book. So I checked it out, and we'll talk about that when you watch it.
Okay, cool. Because I wasn't. My coworker was like, "Man, you gotta watch this," and me and him was, he listens to the show and when he get a chance, and he was like, "Man, yeah."
He the one,
bro. He the one that now he actually made he the one that gave me the music but YouTube and they
want you to play the
music. And not only that, I don't even know how to convert the file to upload because it got to be an MP3 unless I'm doing something wrong. I don't know, but he did make like a beat for us to use, but I'm like, man, when I figure it out, I'll use it. But yeah, he was telling me about it. We talked Marvel and all that other stuff. So yeah, so he in tune. He was just like, man, you gotta watch that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna mention it to you, see if you watched it. So that's cool.
I think it's supposed to be like 2.5 hours, I think.
I don't know, but it got my dog Jason Momoa in it. So that I was I'm like how people go crazy over The Rock. I watch anything he in just because I think he can play the same thing. It is, but he funny though with it. Like he doesn't hide the fact that he is who he is. So and I can respect it. So well, actually, I'll segue to the next kind of cinema thing. Mm-hmm. Did you see that Morbius trailer?
Oh yes, I did,
bro.
Yes,
bro.
They going there.
What happened? I need to know what happened at Sony. Why are they good all of a sudden?
I don't know about all that because I'm hearing bad reviews about the Venom 2 movie.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it.
I heard it was it PG-13?
I don't know what it was, but
what was Carnage like? Because I'm hearing that Carnage was really wasn't carnagey. Because
Carnage was definitely. tame. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it felt like. It felt like a not bad. It felt like a pulled back Joker movie. If that
Carnage though,
it's not Carnage. It's not the Carnage that we know.
Yeah.
But you could tell that they were trying to fit him into the MCU.
Yes, for sure. That's
because it's like they want Disney to use the character if they want to. So I'm like,
I think they're trying to put their own universe.
That's what I say, and I'm like, but the character the story made sense, and like it was basically an Arkham Asylum movie. Like that's what it was. But instead of Arkham Asylum, it was whatever asylum he was in, and he pretty much reminded me of Joker. And it was like, okay,
yeah. I think Carnage is like obviously not a direct, but he might be the Joker of the Marvel universe.
But even what he was doing, like his motives made sense. Like so it wasn't just a movie because to me, I watched Venom 1. I couldn't even tell you what happened in that movie. Like I don't know who he fought. I don't know what it was about. And I'm like, I could tell you exactly the plot, everything, the twist. I could tell it was a movie and it made sense. So it was, and I liked it. I mean, the fight scenes were cool. The banter between Venom and Brock was funny. Like, I liked it. It wasn't Marvel tier, like Disney Marvel tier, but it was okay. It was. I watched it in full disclosure on my Fire Stick. I didn't go to the show. I would not pay to go watch that movie.
Right.
But if it came straight to DVD, it's not bad to buy and own it. Like, just to have.
But yeah, but Morbius looked good.
Yeah, Morbius looked fire, bro.
Yeah, they really going there. They looking like they putting some money behind this one.
And then they linked it with Venom. They linked it with Spider-Man.
They're linking it, and they making like future hints of future plans.
Yeah,
because I've seen people talk about the newspaper mention like Black Cat, mention Rhino or stuff like that. So I'm trying to. So it sounds like they really either, like you said, trying to give like the Spider-Verse some bones, some meat, for Disney to do something with, or they are really trying to do their own thing as far as making their own universe.
The only thing is, I don't know how many times you can make a movie based off a Spider-Man villain and not have Spider-Man in it.
Right.
Like you gotta, like I said, I don't even remember Venom 1. Venom 2, you got away with it because it made sense.
Right.
This, it looks dope, but I honestly don't. It's an origin story for Morbius, so I guess it's like it's one of the cooler villains that you really don't know. They trying to, I guess, expand them and make them more than what, because he honestly was like a B or C tier villain, and they trying to bump him up, trying to make him like Venom or whatever. So, I'm cool with that.
I'm trying to catch lightning in the bottle because Venom was a success. Even the not even the spinoff, but the Jokers, Joaquin's Phoenix Joker.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do with the Dark Knight series or anything to do, or at least we don't know so far. With,
Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn.
Right. Nothing to do with just a sad single focus. So I think they're trying to catch lightning in the bottle with this Morbius. I mean, Jared Leto looks like the perfect choice for more so than Joker, than his version of Joker, which was I don't think you could do that. That wasn't for Jared, but Morbius might be the role for Jared. We'll see.
Although I'm going to say I didn't hate Gangster Joker as much as everybody else did.
That was trash.
I didn't hate the thought of it. I'll put it like that. I didn't hate the thought of it.
The idea of it.
Yeah, the idea of it. I'm like, okay, maybe in another universe that could have worked out better, but yeah, I would have liked to see him more in a traditional Joker role than that.
It looked bad.
Yeah, I think it looked worse because of the movie he was in. If he
had the tattoo of the lips in his
it was corny. It was real corny. But I thought it was a unique twist, like unique take on it. Like a lot of
but I'm sorry to cut you off. Was that Jared at the end of Justice League?
Yes, it was.
That was Jared?
Yes, it was.
Okay, so that Joker. Okay, that's dope. That's if they're gonna go with it. But then they're not trying to give Zack Snyder his Snyderverse. So we don't, that might, that's Sony too. Wait.
No, that's not Sony. That's Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. That's not trying to use. Okay.
Look, man, I'm telling everybody right now, because I don't know how good or bad Wonder Woman did in the box office. But if you want this Snyder stuff to really happen, y'all got to go support Flash or whatever. Is it? Wait, no. Whichever one of them movies coming out, the Flash one or the Shazam 2, or even the
but none of those has anything to do with Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder is
I know he's not directing none of those movies.
I don't know,
but those actors at least were a part of that universe.
I don't think anybody's fighting for it from the actors' perspective. It's like they just moving on from it. I'm like, because
I don't know, because Affleck, they say, is gonna be in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you getting him back into the bat suit, you might get Superman back in Cavill back in Superman suit.
We'll see, bro. Maybe it does depend on the Flashpoint success.
I think Flash more than any of them, though. But yeah, and then like I say, you laugh. I don't know how but The Rock said he wants to make it happen. I'm just saying, Rock gets what he wants. He gets what he wants. In this case, I'm supporting him because I actually want it. So I'm completely selfish.
Want a Snyderverse, or do we just want a Marvel, a DC?
No, I want a Snyderverse. If Snyder not doing it, go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish your sentence.
If Snyder not doing it, I don't want it to be done unless Marvel, Kevin Feige do it. I want somebody that's proven to, because DC is my favorite. I like them more than Marvel. And I want it to be done right. I don't need y'all to be playing with me. Like, I accept all these one-off movies. If y'all want to do something, even with the new Batman coming out and make a universe around him, long as y'all do it right, I don't care. I just want it done right. I don't.
Listen, man, I'm down for a Snyder verse. I ain't down for no Dwayne Johnson verse.
Yeah, oh no. If The Rock said he wanted Snyder, so that's the reason why.
Is that what he said? He wanted Snyder?
Yes, that's what he said. He said he wants Cavill back as Superman because he wants to fight Superman. That Superman. So I'm like, hey, if The Rock influence could make it happen,
yeah,
I'm supporting The Rock.
All right.
So yeah, we gonna.
Morbius looks good.
Yeah,
it looks good. It looks good.
Great, man. I'm and it's so close. January is not that far away. So
not that far away.
I ain't gonna lie. Between that and Spider-Man, I'm like, I might have to go to the show and see one of these, man.
Oh, yeah, they delayed Spider-Man too, didn't they?
No, it's still in December. Tasha said we can't do that.
We do what?
Can't go to the show.
Delayed, my boy.
But yeah. So before we talk about my Chicago teams, let's touch on these WWE releases. I added you.
What?
Because I mean, I'm trying to give you the floor because you called it. I mean, one of the episodes I have to look back, but you definitely said that they need to release Ember Moon. And I definitely remember you said they need to release
Street Profits and
Bianca Belair. And
obviously they're not going to release Bianca Belair nor the Street Profits because their box office right now, and I think they're supposed to be pushing Montez Ford or starting to. I don't remember, but yeah, it's a win for them because they haven't. WWE creators haven't been doing anything with Ember Moon. They started to bring back Keith Lee into the television.
To me, that was the one that shocked me. All the other ones did. Keith Lee shocked me because I thought they was gonna try to do the heel turn with him and try to push him, and then it's like they was like, man, they was actually pushing him, and then all of a sudden stop. And it's like,
I'm not surprised because this is the third time they release a group of talent. Like, I mean, there wasn't NXT, they didn't.
Nia Jax was kind of surprising too. I thought I didn't see that one coming. I mean, even though I thought she was the plug because she was family, but with all of Vince's favorite,
I mean, it's still win because listen, WWE, I don't listen.
Yeah,
WWE is not what it used to be.
It ain't.
Their star is fading, and it's more of an implosion than an explosion. Like it's all they're internally wrecking house for whatever reason. And they had a lot. Obviously, they had a lot of people. This is like the third release of like 5+ wrestlers. Like, no, man, it's a good move. Ember Moon going straight to AEW. Keith Lee goes. I mean, they free, man. It's a win for them, man. They wasn't doing anything. Karrion Kross, he was killing it in NXT. They bring him up and. Who knows? It's WWE don't know what to do with all these wrestlers, man.
Right. I mean, that much is clear.
You get rid of folks like you release folks like Bray Wyatt, Aleister Black. You let Daniel Bryan go. You let Braun Strowman go. You let all these people go. You let Adam Cole go.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what What are you talking about? I think they let Samoa Joe go, but then they picked him back up. No, man, WWE is through, bro. It is really through. People are hanging on to WWE because of the name and its history. People have invested time and years with this brand, but to me, I'm pretty much through with it, man. I watch because the champions are like Browns, people of color. So I'm watching it because that Roman Reigns, the arc of Roman Reigns story is fire. Big E is champ, so I mean, it ain't really much. They're doing what they got to do to keep the views going, but it's pretty much like a castle burning, like house is on fire.
Yeah, I was trying to look. I thought I saved it, what I didn't, but Dean Ambrose pretty much had the best quote of all, or John Moxley, I guess. So let me put some respect. Let me put some respect on it. It was. I don't have it, so I might butcher it, but it was to the effect that it was like, man, Vince McMahon is like Disney, and he lost his magic.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's deep."
It happens though. You lose, but it's time when it's like so you lose it, so it's time to find your replacement.
And that's that's where I was going with it. Yeah. Is it time to give the reins up? How about this?
Triple H? Because what if Triple H lost his luster too? After all this time waiting on Vince, because NXT ain't the same no more either.
And if Vince goes, does the money go? Because I'm assuming,
man, I don't.
Because a lot of these cuts they keep saying is because of money, and it's like,
nah, that's not true.
It's definitely not true.
Yeah,
because even though WWE, as far as the ratings and stuff go, they still make money off that. The network, they still make, like, they making money. Yeah. Like, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, they're making money. I think I've heard that they made the most money this year than they've had in a while. So
yeah,
it's not budget cuts. It's just
it's either one or two things that's happening there. And like you said, they either, like you say, is imploding, or worst case scenario, they finna bring back more old people. They got Edge back. They done brought Goldberg back again. I think. Like, I'm like, oh my God, y'all keep releasing these people and paying part-timers. So I'm like, okay, what? John Cena done doing a movie again. He gonna come back. Rock might come back.
All these wrestlers lost their luster too. This new generation, like, who was
man. And I'm like, if that's their play, just doing part-time wrestlers for little short stories for different pay-per-views, that's not gonna cut it, man.
What they got coming up? You got because Roman already beat Finn Balor. Now you got him feuding with Brock. So when that's over, who's next?
What you going?
Matter of fact, I think the next rivalry is gonna be Drew versus Brock.
I think so. I think they're gonna try to. The only one that, if they're, because they're even though they re-signed Samoa Joe, I ain't been seeing them. So
he was in NXT.
Oh, okay. So he in NXT. So what? Seth Rollins against Roman?
Right, Seth Rollins again. But who want to see that again?
That, like you say, that's that you rinse and repeat. You're not finna do. I don't think you're gonna give Randy Orton a shot because you got him tag teaming.
Right. You got like,
unless you give Kofi another, because you do still got them separated, but
you still got Kofi, yeah. But are you going to give him a legit chance though?
I don't know.
Are you going to give him a legit reign? Because after you did what you did to him with Brock, it's like you really. I don't know if you heard his image, but I don't know if he can pull off the tough guy babyface or the dominant babyface. I don't know if he can pull that off.
Yeah, I don't think you could pull that off now.
But you got Big E over there. He's champ. So
Right.
you got rid of Keith Lee, which is another big guy. You got rid of Karen Cross, was a big guy. You got rid of Aleister Black. You got rid of John Moxley. You got rid of.
And I don't, and I haven't even been paying the close attention to. I don't know if there's any. They got any new talent coming up? I haven't. The fact that I haven't heard about them lets you know that the only one that I know or heard about was, I think, Scott Steiner's son, or Rick Steiner. One of them Steiner brothers got a son coming up, and he's supposed to be dope. And I've seen a couple of his matches.
Listen.
But
there was a lot of dope wrestlers coming up from NXT, but like the only person that's still there right now is looking like it's Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
because Johnny Gargano is still NXT. Ciampa is still NXT. It's like they don't want to come up.
Yeah.
What they want to come up?
Because it kind of make, and that's the reason why I brought up Triple H, because I was finna say, like, the NXT loyalty to him, like, because I'm assuming him and Michaels run that, and it's like they want to stay ran by them. So that's why I'm like, is this kind of a move for all right, Vince, your time is up, bro. Let Hunter take over.
It looked like Vincent got his hands in NXT too.
And that's what I'm saying, because he's releasing Ember Moon, and I'm like, man, so why are you releasing all? Because I'm assuming Michaels and Triple H had I ain't gonna say a plan, but they had a part of bringing a lot of these cats up, and it's like, you just cut them and let them go make money for other people, because that's what they're going to do. Now, because
you can't come up with a storyline to keep you interested, because the fans know these cats from NXT, so they got a fan base.
Yes.
You just can't come. You just don't understand them,
man. Like, and then I was thinking, I was like, okay, we're coming into what, 2022 next year. So I'm like, yeah, he has a tendency early in the decade to make changes, because and I'm like, I don't know if this is one of those cases, because like the 90s, man, it was every night you had DX, all members of them, the Ministry, all the members of them, Kane, Rock, Stone Cold, Vince McMahon himself, like those.
So many divisions, like it wasn't
every year, like you had something, man. It wasn't
even in some cases it wasn't even the top dudes that was still in the show. You had like tag team rivalries,
tag teams,
bro, like
hardcore title,
Hardy Boys, Edge and Christian. Come on, bro, they was carrying some of these shows sometimes.
Carrying it. And when it comes to the WCW brand, them cruiserweights over there, the Rey Mysterios, Eddie Guerreros, Chris Jericho, them cats that was because the NWO stuff was cool, but you watched it for them guys.
In some cases, and I don't know, I don't know the backgrounds of WCW versus WWE, but it seemed like WCW gave their wrestlers more creative control as opposed to WWE, because
I can't speak to that, because it got ridiculous with because it was like pretty much half the show was in the NWO at one point. So I don't know how they.
That was like, because I think the Hulk Hogan had something to do with that.
Yeah. And, I will say that was by far the best move anybody made, was to turn him heel. Like, that was like, man, that's still one of the greatest moves in the history of that sport. Cause I was like, man, y'all made Hogan a bad dude, and he killed the role, to be honest. Like, so I was just like, that was something.
But I'm happy for Emma Moon, because I think she deserves so much more. I don't know what
now, but now it's to the point where I fear like everybody go to AEW, go AEW.
Hey, yeah. But you see what's happening with Charlotte though, like right, like they not feeling her no more.
They not.
But it's, you know what you're saying? It's rinse and repeat because it's Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, not the M. What? Bliss,
Becky Lynch,
Bliss, Carmella sometimes get a push, and it's like these like, come on, bro, like you got Liv Morgan over there, you still ain't pushing Shayna Baszler. You still ain't pushing her. Like, he's still there, bro. Like, I don't know what they're doing, bro. Shayna need to go too. Let me add her to
add her to the list.
Need to go to because first of all, AEW's women's division needs more competition because it ain't really that as talent as far as comparing it to WWE. AEW needs more like talented females. So I'm with not Charlotte. I don't want Charlotte over there, especially if they're gonna let her do what she's doing at WWE. They better make her earn her keep. If she go over there, she's gonna go over there because Andrade's over there. That's her boo. But no, we ain't doing that. We not doing that over here. You gotta earn your keep. But I really hope to see Ember Moon over there. And so it's a win.
Isn't because I know her dad is still doing stuff. Isn't he over in TNA?
I thought he was. I don't know where he's at.
Because I'm like, maybe she trying to follow him. That's all. Because I'm like, yeah. Because if she thinks she's gonna go to AEW and do that, that's dead. I'm letting you know that right now. Ain't no way she going over there and do it. Like, they got too much going on. Even CM Punk ain't even doing that.
Nah. But the thing about what's so great about CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, they're not trying to like take over like that. They're trying to push these young. They both trying to push young acts. They wrestling. They not even wrestling for titles. They just want to push these new acts in front. I'm like, and that's dope. As opposed, but then WWE they're not even pushing young acts. So no, I mean, but it's dope. CM Punk and Bryan, they like, man, we'll worry about the titles later, but right now we just want to push this talent that's here, and that's dope because AEW does have some talent.
Yeah, and I mean, you really don't need to put a belt on them until you make a WrestleMania-ish type of event, and you put them in that title match because that's how you get people to buy into your stuff.
Like Sting is bigger than a title. That's why Sting ain't even.
He ain't, man. Look, the way they use the Sting is perfect,
bro. Because you got this young cat who's crazy talented.
Yes,
like, let this boy do his thing. And he's doing this. Man, I like dude. He's small. I don't know about.
And Sting pretty much is his manager, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it's like it's genius. Genius. Creative control, though. This is what happens when you
like you couldn't put Undertaker with Bray Wyatt or something. You couldn't put Sting when Sting was there. You couldn't put him with like Finn Balor or something like, bro.
Man.
Like y'all, what was y'all thinking, bro? Like,
man, look,
like Brock in his Suplex City. You couldn't have made that a staple,
man.
Brock Lesnar, the mayor of Suplex City, and he got all these like if now he's the governor of Suplex City, and you got these his underlings are like the mayor.
Hey, and as crazy as it sounds, I thought they were gonna do that with Ronda. I was like, they gonna get all these UFC people coming over here. Heyman gonna manage all of them, and they gonna come running roughshod over the wrestlers because they UFC people. And when I saw Ronda, I'm like, they billing her just like she was Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, just but they also had a male MMA fighter that's supposed to be like the Brock killer.
Yeah, I forgot his name. He actually beat Brock in the UFC too.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Yeah. So
I know exactly what we talk about.
That could have been a great story for Survivor Series.
Yep.
The MMA versus the wrestlers.
That would have been. Yeah.
Are you serious? As opposed to another Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series that y'all haven't built until like a couple of weeks before the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like, man, come on, man.
Well, like I said, I don't know. The only thing I would say is a lot of people is counting them out. I'm not willing to throw dirt on his grave yet. Vince, like people say he over, he done. There's no way he's doing this without. I just don't know what his plan is. That's the thing. He has a plan.
You're gonna make me spit at
I'm not saying it's a good plan. I just know he has one. He
doesn't like the CM Punk types, the scrawny.
That's true too.
So he's not gonna put the belt that long on a Kofi Kingston when he has a Brock Lesnar over here. Like the people that's Johnny Gargano, Tomas, these are quote unquote cruiserweights.
Yeah, that's true too. He don't respect.
They still got Ricochet over there, like bro.
Because that was his main beef with, and that's honestly Shawn Michaels' fault. Like, we want to be real honest, because
Shawn Michaels is small.
And he had no choice but to put it on him because he was that damn good. And
so was Ricochet.
But the thing is, he was at Shawn. He had to bend to Shawn Michaels' will, and that's what he don't like to do. He could, for whatever reason, he could control the big guys. Like they do as he say, but the thing that makes me mad with Vince when it comes to the quote unquote big guys like Big Show, like he don't like the stuff you do with Brock, you could have been doing with him. Who is really panning Big Show for 3 seconds? Like who? Like it don't. He misplayed a lot of these people, and it's like Mark Henry. Like it took so long to put him on. Like,
but that explains why they all
doing it. Yeah.
Big Show's over there.
Big Show's
over there.
Yeah.
Mark Henry was over there.
Mark Henry's still over there.
He's over there, bro. What is that saying about WWE right now? That's the same thing. If we could you want to transition to sports, like the Bears. How many former players are on that coaching staff? Lance Briggs ain't over there. Peanut Tillman ain't on the coaching staff. Olin Cruz ain't on the coaching staff. Like, what? Bernard Berrien ain't on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Cutler's not on the coaching staff. Talking about quarterback whisperer and stuff like that. Like, none of these former players are on the Bears coaching staff, and you got quote unquote middle linebackers that don't want to tackle nobody.
So my Bears topic was they didn't do nothing with the trade deadline coming. I didn't expect them to, but
who wants what they get?
Exactly. And it was like, man, it was a shame because it's like they put all they chips in on 2 quarterbacks really, and Khalil Mack. They put all their chips on 3 players, and the one that hurt them the most was Trubisky, and
I don't even believe that no more.
And you know what's crazy about that is I'm man. Let me pull it up because I specifically said on Facebook 2 years ago that let me read it word for word because it was something. It's a lot of hope for my Bears, but they need a new quarterback. This coach this coach, Matt Nagy, can handpick, and then I can judge him. So because I done seen enough.
Okay.
And the guy just
can't coach.
It's deeper than that. It's really deeper than that. he not only he can't coach, he can't recognize what type of talent he got.
He was never a coach.
This team could have been running the ball like this, but last year he chose not to do that. The year before that, he chose not to do that. Like, it's crazy to think you had David Montgomery, a dog, and you still choosing to throw with a quarterback that can't throw. Like, he got an arm, but he's not a thrower. He's a runner. Like, that's just like you going to get Lamar Jackson and saying, "Oh, I need you to run Peyton Manning's playbook. I need you to play like Tom Brady.
I need you to be a pocket passer."
You have to, like, man, I was listening to the radio. They was like, last year, Joe Burrow, before he got hurt, they was like, the coach, he just ran LSU playbook. He was like, I'm not even going to use my plays. I'm going to do what you do best until you get acclimated to the pros, and then we can start throwing in my stuff. You go to Nagy, you got to run Nagy shit as soon as you get in there. Like,
Nagy
bro,
don't have anything. You know, that is not Nagy's playbook. That is Andy Reid's playbook.
True that. You got to run Reid playbook.
Nagy does not have a playbook because he don't know anything about offense. He don't know anything about schemes or anything.
Thank you for checking me on that.
What the
Thank
Bears
you.
did, the Bears looked at the championship team, Kansas City, and see what can we give over there. And somehow they heard that this guy was number one, a quarterback whisperer.
Yeah,
he was the play caller for the Kansas City Chiefs. The play caller was Eric Bieniemy. It was not Nagy, nor was Nagy a freaking quarterback whisperer. Kansas City didn't need a quarterback whisperer when they have a Patrick Mahomes. So whoever gave him that information about him being a quarterback whisperer, that was a lie. Him being was it a lie, or was it Andy Reid just putting this guy on? Because that's what Reid said anything like that.
I think that he because you know how it is when you successful, you want it. So you go get those play, you know, those
that's
coaches.
That's not who the Kansas City players was talking about.
And it wasn't, and that's the crazy thing. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. And I don't know.
And the truth is, he gets here, he looks at Trubisky, can't do nothing with him. Or so he say. All right, so now we believe Trubisky is the issue. All right.
Go give me Nick Foles. My office will work with Nick Foles.
Nick Foles was great for one game.
Yeah.
The rest of the games, he was horrible. Oh, so Nick Foles, Nick Foles is a champion.
MVP.
Championship. Nick Foles is a championship quarterback. All right, so it ain't Nick Foles. Nick Foles just ain't a fit. It just ain't a good fit for this. All right.
Because
go ahead.
Because what kills me because I'll defend Nick Foles to the ends of earth. You put him behind that weak offensive line. This is where Ryan Pace comes in.
Yep. That
you did nothing to improve for the past 3 years. And you did something this year in the second round and drafted a person with a messed up back that can't even play. So that's what you done as a general manager. So I will stand. All I'm saying is I stand by the fact that Pace is my number one issue.
Yeah.
Because he the one that made the deal for because granted, I know my man's down there in Houston got cases on him, but you really thought that if Trubisky was gone, he wasn't good enough? Like he was he just won a national championship. Like, come on.
He just
beat Alabama.
He just went to this is his second time at the big dance. Back to back. 2 years straight.
Bro.
You lost the first one, came back and won the second.
You wanted, like, I can't get over that. You wanted Trubisky that bad.
From North Carolina?
Trubisky that bad that you gave up future first round picks just to move up one spot.
Loser Trubisky. He lost his job in North Carolina.
But you moved up one spot.
Yeah.
So that means if they would have took Trubisky, guess what you would have had? You still would have had a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking him for the trade he made to get Fields because you was the 20th pick. You had to move up to get a quarterback at that point. But you had the third pick. You was gonna get one of the quarterbacks. Like that to me is unexcusable. That's unexcusable.
True, but we would have still been in the same situation we're in right now.
But
same situation right now.
I'm not saying that, but we would at least been able to say, okay, you drafted whomever, Mahomes, whomever that would have failed to us when we got him. Right. But next year we would have had a first round pick still. So you would have been able to draft somebody.
Draft what? And what's your proof that Ryan?
I'm not because draft correct. And I'm not, because guess what? We still got Kevin White. So I still got proof that this man drafted players that's the guy, he ain't even on I think he on the Rams now. The defensive end. Like you drafted all these players in the first, second round, and they ain't even on the team no more. But you got Eddie Jackson some money.
That boy on the Rams is solid.
It's solid.
So what does that say about the coaching over here?
Man, bro.
Or not if not coaching, the development. Because dude, why is Lance Briggs an analyst for NBC and not on your coaching staff? Why is Brian Urlacher making commercials about hair growth and not on your coaching staff? Why is Peanut Tillman at home?
Peanut should be a defensive backs coach. And teaching people how to punch, make turnovers. Yes, I definitely agree with that.
Why is Devin Hester not a special teams coach? What are we doing over here?
Man.
What are we doing over here? Y'all think y'all can do it without them? Y'all think y'all can repeat that same success without
off of the wall? I'm sorry. No. Yeah.
No. Hey, Senator Arlington. No. Kick him out. Go. No, we don't want you here anymore. That's just me. This is outrageous. Get out.
I hear you. But this is my thing about the get out. And I know it's gonna sound crazy at first, but I just need you to listen. Get Pace out.
Yes.
Figure that out first. If it's a coach available, go get him. If it's not a coach available, keep nagging, because I don't want to hire another wrong coach again.
Oh, nigga, you lost your mind.
I know I lost my mind. But
you lost your mind when there's a guy named Peyton Manning who is an analyst for football NBC. I don't know what he is.
Don't tease me, bro. Don't tease me, bro.
Peyton Manning, right?
Don't tease me.
Don't tease me. A retired offensive guru who played the game at the highest level.
Don't tease me. Don't tease me.
You can make him, if you don't want to be coach, you can make him general manager.
If he's willing to do that, blank check.
I will take the chance.
I will take that chance. I'm with you on the fact that I want football players in my organization. I'm tired of these arena players running the Canadian Football League, even college. I want a football. If you're not gonna bring me a football man, give me Lovie Smith back. I'll take Lovie Smith back in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure. Or bring him as a defensive coordinator.
Hey.
Because people gonna want to play for Peyton Manning.
Yes.
Whether he's general manager or a coach.
Yes.
People want to play for Peyton Manning.
Yes, absolutely.
People were going to learn from Peyton Manning. You got Fields would love to learn from Peyton Manning.
Ooh, that knowledge, that insight.
It's just sitting there for ABC for nothing.
Nothing. You right. Okay, you changed my mind. This is history. See, I came in here with an agenda to get pace out.
Manning. You write the check and you get Peyton Manning up in here. And
yes.
Wait, before you do that, you check his emails for the past 6
years. Shots fired.
Clear it out.
Yeah.
And make him the John Gruden of the Bears.
Yeah.
Give him double duty. Dude, stop playing with me. He's available.
But moral of the story is, and the reason why I said the only reason why I said that is because look what the Bulls did. They hired AK and that brother, Mike Eversley, Mark.
No, stop. Respect the man's name, Mark Eversley.
I'm excited. I'm trying to get my point. You're right.
I respect his name. Go
respect. Ahead. Yes, you're right. You're right to check him because that brother is doing a hell of a job.
Yes, he is.
But they kept that sorry coach for 1 extra year because they did not have their man that they wanted. They wasn't just gonna fire the dude just because he was a bad coach if they didn't have a coach to hire. And that's the only reason why I said, because I'm not trying, y'all, look, I'm not trying, I understand where you coming from. Nagy sucks. But you're not going to fix this like that unless like that is available. But you came and gave me the right now is available in the name of, I didn't even think of Peyton Manning. That sounds crazy. I didn't even think of him. If
the Bulls can do it.
Yes, you're absolutely right though.
Listen, Mark Eversley, I hear what you're saying about they was keeping Boylan, but I already think their plan was they wasn't gonna keep him because
we all knew they wasn't gonna keep him, but they kept him until Donovan came available. Then they's like, all right, you gotta go. I got now.
but we don't have that issue because
you're right.
Coach nowhere.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. See, I'm thinking about coaches, like what coaches is going to be available. I'm not thinking about people that's already available.
No, we lost the chance. We lost it when we let Vic Fangio go. When we let
that was it. That was it. That was it.
I mean, you're gonna have to. He's not going to leave. Where is he? Denver?
I'm so tired of them saying, man, but Nagy was coach of the year. No, Fangio was coach of the year.
Fangio was coach of the year. Yes, sir. And the thing was, I think that was the same thing with Trestman because Trestman's first year was fired.
Yeah.
And then everything just crumbled after
because they so hell bent on having an offensive guy. Because they was always searching for you got your quarterback now. Get the head coach right. You're not trying to make Rex Grossman or all these names you had. You're not trying to make them to Peyton Manning. You got Peyton Manning now. Just go get a coach like Tony Dungy. That he was a defensive guy, but he was a head coach first. You know what I'm saying? Like get a head coach first.
Either you go I don't know if you're gonna keep going back into Kansas City's honeypot.
No, if you want to get an offensive guy, go get Brian Leftwich from Tampa Bay. Go get him. If you're gonna get an offensive guy, go get him. If you want some form of what they thought Nagy was, go holler at Sean McVay and say, "Hey,
I'm glad you brought that up." Because this is my thoughts. I'm thinking that somewhere during the interview, the hiring process, that these owners are telling these coaches that they believe that defense wins championships.
Mm-hmm.
I think somewhere with these interviews with the general manager is that we believe we stand by defense wins championship, and it's like they keep putting money on the defensive end. they're giving up draft picks for defensive players. They're not putting money in the offensive side. I think they're saying, I don't know, but it seems like somebody is telling these coaches and general managers that they believe in defense winning championships. And I don't really, and they need to go. If they're saying that, if they're not letting these general managers and coaches to be exactly who they are, and you're trying to fit them into this old way of old football, old Chicago Bear football, and they're not letting these coaches and general managers bring something fresh and new, then these McCaskey niggas need to go ahead to Arlington and just rock.
I mean, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen.
Because they've always struggled with finding the quarterback. Yep. Because I don't think their focus is on that side of the ball.
It never was. The proof is in the the proof is in the pudding when you went out of your way. The last two hires, well, outside of John Fox, but you went out of your way to hire offensive guys. Mm-hmm. And still your defense was better than your offense.
Yep.
So your offensive guys clearly wasn't, because if that was the case, then their money would be on the offensive side of the ball. Right. All their money is on the defensive side of the ball.
It's always been on the defense.
So it's like you spent all your money. Now you have to recognize talent, man. Eddie Jackson shouldn't have got paid.
And now we're struggling to decide if we should pay Allen Robinson.
Especially when you had Cal Fuller that deserved it more. Like, that's a general manager fault.
That's a general manager who's really not. I really doubt you understand football.
You don't. Now, even if you was a dumb general manager, because that's what I think he is. I think he's dumb.
Or maybe it was cheaper to pay Eddie than it would have been to pay Kyle.
Or Eddie from Alabama, and you just wanted the Alabama guy because he's from Alabama. Because that's how dumb I think he is. I think he's that dumb that he went to Alabama. They got all the good players. I'm gonna keep him.
Alabama isn't a linebacker school. It's
but that's why I say he dumb, because instead of actually looking on the field and seeing that Cal Fuller is better than Eddie Jackson, he just said, "Oh, he went to Alabama. He must be better than Cal Fuller." I'm trying to figure out what his thought process is. That's the only thing I can come up with.
I've never. Yeah, you go to Alabama for the linemen.
All offense and defense.
Yeah,
you don't go there. You never went there for skill positions. No. Outside, maybe running back. You Derrick Henry. Yeah, right. That's.
I don't. They need to go, bro. I don't.
Yeah, they need to. Yes, that's what we. Yes, look, Peyton Manning, please help us. Please help us.
Please. If they're not going to give Peyton Manning like full control to either run the operation or to run his scheme and his vision, we just don't deserve. We just don't deserve anything. We're just gonna be stuck with 1985.
I would just put it to you like this, because the Bears been more relevant than the Bulls being in recent years. If the Bulls come and win a championship before the Bears do, man, that's gonna be a sad day for a Bears fan, because they came from the bottom. Like, the Bulls was at the dirt bottom, and they rose to the top just by changing the front office. They didn't do anything else but just change the front office.
But that's Jerry, though. Jerry has no problem with moving people out of the way, because he doesn't fire anybody.
He promoted.
He got John Paxson there somewhere. He moved them out the way.
Yep.
And let these guys come in who were basketball people.
Yep.
The McCaskeys have an issue I think they're like letting people come in, but hey, we got this caveat: defense wins championships. I think that's what they're saying to these coaches and general managers. I don't understand. I don't really think it's anything else.
I put it like this, man. You got Justin Fields is the real deal.
You got the guy.
You got your quarterback. God, like as long as he stay healthy, you got him. Yeah. Please don't mess this up. Please don't, because if you mess this up, you're not gonna be trusted to ever. Like you're never gonna be trusted to do it right. If you can't, this is on a silver platter. You got Aaron Rodgers getting ready to get out the door. You got Detroit still stink. The Vikings still stink. It is set up on a platter for you to dominate this division.
Tom is on his way out the door, and everybody else is like a year or 2 years ahead of Justin Fields, that's not that much of a gap.
It's not as far as
experience. But I'm telling you, this offseason, if the first news I need to hear from the Bears is they release Nagy. If they do not release Nagy, then that's it. That's it. It's over with. Like once Fields' rookie contract is up, he needs to go elsewhere.
He's gonna go elsewhere. Ain't no need. He's gonna go.
Just let Chicago be the place where all players, all retired players, or players on their way out the door come for their last hurrah or whatever. That's it.
Well, allow me to put a little bit of hope into the atmosphere, because let's talk about our Chicago Bulls, man. Woo! Even though they lost, did you see that game against Philly?
I just want to say that the East is wide open.
Wide open.
The East is so wide open that I can see the Bulls winning the championship within the next 5 years.
I said this last. The only team I'm worried about is Golden State.
I'm not. Okay, I was going to say I'm not worried about no team.
That's the only team I'm worried about.
All they need is a solid big man, because Vooch has been looking really suspect. He's looking like the weakest link. I've seen him a couple of times in the paint, and folks are scoring over him, and he's not attempting to block a shot. He's looking real Carlos Boozer down there.
Boozer.
Like Boozer was a willing and able scorer. But when it came to defense, he wasn't really. He was pretty. He wasn't.
All right. I'm gonna rely on your basketball expertise, because I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to basketball, I really only pay attention to the Bulls. So,
me too.
Karl Anthony Towns is available.
Is he?
Oh, he's available. He wants out of Minnesota. That's been. Oh yeah, that's been all over Twitter.
I don't think he wants out anymore.
Oh well,
they're solid over there.
Well,
DeMarcus Cousins is available.
But my question is who? Okay, so if Karl Anthony Towns isn't the answer, what is? Because I'm with you. I think Vooch is the weakest link.
Vooch is the weakest link.
So what? But what? So what do you do?
I don't know.
Because you're literally like that is it. If you can get somebody that could check Embiid,
they say
rim protect.
They say Marvin Bagley in Sacramento wants out. DeMarcus Cousins is a free agent. He's not on a team, but I don't know how durable he is. Marvin Bagley is younger, never had a real serious injury, but he doesn't seem like a good fit for Sacramento anymore.
Yeah.
But that's like I don't.
Cause see, my thing. This is my thing with Vooch. If he's not scoring,
Mm-hmm.
He's hurting us.
Mm-hmm. Because he's not that
He's
athletic.
he's not rebounding, he's not boxing out, and he's not defending. So it's like if you're not scoring, you're not doing anything for us. So if I go get a JaVale McGee,
right,
at least I'm getting shot blocking. At least I'm getting rebounding.
No, you're getting a willing defender.
Yes. And you're getting he's averaging probably the same amount of points you're averaging now. Just off of tip ins and dunks and offensive rebounds. So it's like, I don't know, bro. And you getting paid well. You're getting paid like you're because Lonzo Ball isn't a part of the big three. Vucevic is a part of the big three.
Yeah.
And you're not being that third person. So I and that's where I wanted to go, even though I said we was gonna be positive. But I'm being super negative because I'm trying to get Vooch off my team. But I'm like, what big man moves could be made? Because the only one, and he's not even a big man in my eyes, but do you want to go get Kevin Love from Cleveland? Like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that.
I'm like Karl Anthony Towns. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know if he's good because I don't really watch the Timberwolves like that. I know Jimmy Butler had an issue with him, and then
they supposed to be they supposed to be doing a little bit better this year. I don't know what position does Marko Simonovic? Is he a big man?
You talking about the European cat?
Yeah, is he a big man? I think.
He's 7'1", but he don't play. He's finesse. He's not like.
No, he's not finesse. He's physical.
Wait, we talking about two different people. Then I must be talking about the wrong person.
No, at least I only saw him during the summer league, and he wasn't afraid to get touched or to touch people.
Oh well, hey, well, yeah, I know, yeah, but they build him as a finesse player. So I'm just going based off of what the analysts say. I ain't talking about what he did in summer league. I'm talking about how he played in Europe.
Yeah. So in the summer league, he was moving. He got some speed on him, and it looks like Google has his position as a center. So unless he develops into something, we're gonna have to pick somebody up. But we need somebody that can move back and forth, because when the Bulls run, everybody needs to run. And Vooch
is slow.
And it's so funny because they was worried about DeMar DeRozan being a fit, but it looks like
DeMar DeRozan is taking the team over.
It looks like Vooch has become the one who doesn't fit anymore.
It does. And it was scary is they gave up the most for him.
They gave up, and then they moved around some stuff. They moved Laurie for him and stuff like that,
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I agree with every move they made.
Yeah.
But Vooch was put in like between, well, I don't even know what he was averaging last year, but he was definitely playing way better than he was now.
Yeah, but the squad was different, and he was surrounded by a bunch of rookies or players that couldn't score. So he was like the second option behind Zach. But now that's not the same anymore. It's like Zach's thumb is affecting him. So now it's DeMar first, and
then
like DeMar first, and then it's
Zach. Zach been the number 2 guy when it come on the stat sheet, like.
Yeah. And it's like Vooch came down to like fourth option, because if Lonzo's open, you're passing him the ball.
Yeah.
Because he's going to shoot. He's been effective. He's been efficient.
Like what it really boiled down to was the greatest sin of all. Do you go make a deal with the devil to get one of those big guys? And I'm talking about the Lakers, because they're gonna be available. Like, Cause the way they playing now, they finna change that whole roster.
Where is Andre Drummond at?
He on the Lakers. I think.
Now I would go get him because he's still young.
If he not on the Lakers, he on the 76ers.
Well, he's 28, but
hold on, because I know I just seen him.
He's with the 76ers.
Yeah, I was about to say I know I just seen him. I don't know. I don't remember where I seen him, but I know I just seen him. And the only thing I watched was the Lakers highlights losing to OKC.
But he's not really playing because with the Bulls, against the Bulls, he only played 14 minutes, 2 points, 5 rebounds. Detroit was the last game, 8 points, 10 rebounds. I don't know if he's is he in the big play? But I guess he's coming behind Embiid, so they're gonna need
man. I really would have liked to get like somebody like Al Horford I don't know, man. Like I know that the center.
I'm thinking of youth because
I'm thinking of youth
Horford is up there in age and he moved real slow. And the Atlanta Horford is gone. If he was the same efficient guy from Atlanta, then but he up there in age, man.
Yeah,
we find go find but I don't know how willing he is on the defensive end, Jahlil Okafor. Because he been bouncing around too, man. Like, what's up? What's his deal?
What about Nerlens Noel? Is he in New York still?
Well, he ain't trying to go nowhere.
So, man, I don't want Whiteside. I personally don't want him.
I don't want him either. Yeah, unfortunately.
Dwight Howard, you think? I mean.
Nope. I don't want him.
Don't want him.
See, Jahlil Okafor is playing for Nigeria, and he's only 25 years old, bro. Like, what?
The only thing, and this is pipe dream. I will say that. I'm just gonna say that off the top, pipe dream. But this is Aiden's last year in his contract. If they can't come up with a deal by the deadline, maybe you can make a deal with Phoenix. Straight up. Y'all take Vooch, we'll take Aiden. Sign Aiden.
Yes, sir. Straight up trade. Yes, sir.
Straight up. I think.
Don't give me hype. Don't give me hype because I wanted them to grab Aiden.
Even though I was disappointed in him in the finals, I will take him in place of Vooch. Because Vooch is getting too comfortable behind that 3-point line. I don't like that. I want my big to play big. I get it that you skilled and you can make that 3-point shot, but I want you to play big, bro. I don't need you to be spot up and shooting jumpers all game. That's not going to work for me. So I just Googled available centers, and like you said, the cupboard is bare, man. It's like,
who do we pick in 2018? Who do we have?
It's
Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah, Wendell Carter.
My Lord.
Yeah, he's being missed right now. But
I don't miss that nigga at all.
I mean, he was still. I don't know, because I don't know Vooch's trade value now. Because you know how it is, man. They be like, you can't do nothing with these Bulls. I understand the last year Bulls, but you was playing better with like these Bulls. You don't have nobody, like, you're not the second option. You should be doing way better than what you're doing, bro. Mm-hmm. And big men's cliffs are quicker than the young guys. So did he hit his cliff?
Silly.
Man, yeah, Silly. Man. I don't know. I will say this: they were in every game that the ones they lost. They pretty much came to the last two possessions.
Mm-hmm. They fight.
I'm going to go Negro Domus on this and say the Bulls are going to finish Fourth in the East.
First, boy.
I'm gonna say fourth. I'm gonna say fourth.
Let me make a note of this because
yes, make a note of it.
The Bulls are going to finish top.
And the only reason why I think that they're going to finish fourth is because I think that they're going to they're hitting their tough part of their schedule now, and they're gonna lose a couple more games than they anticipate. No. And then they're gonna have to relearn and recalibrate, and then I think they're gonna trade and get a big man, and then they're gonna have to
keep tripping.
I'm just saying they're gonna have to get him in, get the team involved and circulating, all that. And by the playoff time, they're gonna be like, all right, we ready now. And so they're gonna lose a couple games. I'm just thinking, I think fourth is a safe bet. First is me being, I did that. Look, okay. I did that with the Bears. All right. I'm not gonna do that with my Bulls. I actually got hope for my Bulls.
Anybody told you to do that with the Bears?
Like, what up, man? What I had them 13.
You had them.
Hey, I was on point though. I was on point
you was on point for the first 3 weeks?
First 3-4 weeks, and that was it. I nailed it. I picked every game, but now it's going all downhill, man. All downhill. Yeah. Man, I'm like, it making me nervous. It's just making me nervous to pick my Bull. Because, see, even though it's my dynamic is crazy, I'm more of a Bulls fan than a Bears fan, but I like football more than basketball. Yeah. It's crazy. Like football as a sport, I can watch any football game. Basketball, I only like the Bulls. Right. But I can play, I can hoop. I like the game of basketball, but I only like the Bulls. I like the game of football more, so I obviously can watch more football, but it's just like, man, when it comes to hooping, man, it's like that's something I can actually go do now. Like I don't know, man, but I know we need a center. I just don't know where we're gonna get him. I honestly don't know why he stick with him, because like Vooch he be blowing me, bro. Like he be blowing me. Like just let that bench play a little bit more, because they be look. AO is like one of the best draft picks ever, and it's like I'm saying it right now. He's gonna be better than the Draymond Green for Golden State. That second round pick that's gonna be huge, because he's making Cody White. Is Cody White? He making him expendable. Like
no.
He's making. I'm telling you, as a trade piece to get that big guy.
AO will run the point. Kobe would be the off guard. Because AO ain't lighting it up like that, man.
He's not lighting it up, but that kid, he played defense. I don't know. Cody don't play no defense, bro.
He don't, but he can light it up. You need that off the bench.
Man, look, he ain't no Ben Gordon, though.
No, he ain't no Ben Gordon, but he can light it up.
See.
Wait, well, it's not really, yeah. Because they still got Tony Bradley.
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I like Tony Bradley more than Vooch right now. I honestly will start him and then have Vooch come off the bench, because I think Vooch will be a better first option with the second unit than.
But if he's like, because them overseas dudes, man, they get real offended when you put them on the bench, man. So if he one of those, then we might as well wrap it up and just go ahead and package him up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, he's definitely this regime. Well, not this regime, because he was necessary last year. But even then, last year they was on like a bad losing streak when Zach went out. So it ain't like he getting like, no, he really wasn't carrying.
Nah, but that was never his staff. Like
I mean, he was doing it in Orlando.
Was he really, or was that?
I mean, it didn't garner them any like significant wins, but no, I guess he did that a lot to worse teams.
Because I honestly put Orlando's success to that cat that's in Denver right now. Because he was balling over there in Orlando. I don't know. Vooch was I understood, like it made sense to get Vooch because you let everybody know that you was for real about competing.
Right.
So, like I said, I wouldn't change it for anything, but he looking super suspect. Like you playing with Lonzo Ball, you can't score 15 points a game.
No, not against Embiid, no.
But it ain't even just Embiid.
Not against what was that boy name you just mentioned in Boston?
Horford, yeah. Hold on, let me. You know what? Let's do a real quick deep dive because I'm about to see what he's because I don't know his stats against Boston. I just know we won. I was excited. So Vucevic played 35 minutes, had a double-double, 10, almost had a triple-double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. I'm okay with that because you get it.
So it's not looking pretty, and his stats is lower because his position his position is low. He's not the second option anymore.
Right.
But it looks like he's still contributing. So maybe it's just not looking pretty.
It just ain't looking because against Utah, he went against Gobert in Utah, 16 points, 12 rebounds. Like he's
putting on numbers. It's just not looking sexy.
It just ain't looking. It just ain't look. Now I know his stats was trash against Philly. Like what? Where you at? 4 points, 10 rebounds. That's all he had against Philly.
Against Embiid, you couldn't score against Embiid.
He only had 4 points, 6 assists. How many minutes? 36 minutes.
Oh my God!
Only 4 points.
Embiid locked him down like
that. Let me go to the Knicks game to see what he had. Knicks game, Vooch 22 points, 8 rebounds. I mean,
Embiid shut him down like that.
Embiid Detroit. I'm just gonna go to all of them now. The second Detroit game, 15 points, 19 rebounds.
Oh no, he's scared of Embiid.
Memphis. No, that's preseason. No, that's preseason. I went too far back.
That's preseason.
The Raptors. That's what I want. Also, I was looking for the Raptors game. Vooch, 17 points, 8. So he actually, it was just this game was so bad it made me. So that's basically.
No. Embiid is a top talent.
I understand that, but my point at the beginning of this discussion was, man, you got to at least give me 15 and 10 and 15 and 8. He's been doing that. So I kind of take it back. But
Embiid made him look bad.
Embiid made him look bad.
You got to do something about that because we see them 4 times.
We see him tomorrow night.
We got to fix that.
Yeah, so tomorrow night we gonna have to tomorrow night we're gonna have to see you step up, Vooch, because we get ready to trade. We don't want you to mess up a good thing. you gotta earn that paycheck, baby. Because you getting paid.
Embiid put up like 30, right? 20 something, almost 20 something.
But you know when Embiid had an off night, I ain't gonna stunt. But he was shooting a lot of threes though. I know that. Like I was watching that game. Like
that was another triple double. 18, almost triple double. 18, 9, and 7.
Yeah, 18, 9, and 7. But he shot. Oh man,
6 or 18. Yeah,
he shot a lot of 3 points. Like I was like, why is he shooting threes on Vucevic though? Like I didn't get it. I guess he was like, oh, you gonna shoot threes on me? I'm gonna shoot threes on you. And they both was. But yeah. If you're not going to contribute if you're not going to give me anything on the offensive end, you got to defend. And that's the thing about this Bulls team, man. They defend they heart out, and it's like you the weak link on defense, bro. I need you to fix that. Like it used to be
put up 18 on you, and you can only put up 4 on him. Boy, if you don't get this together,
all you need to get is 10. If you'd have got 10 on them, we would have won. Easy.
Easy. Oh, we gotta fix that. He got exposed. Embiid exposed. Now Embiid fired. Listen.
Yes, Embiid is my it went from because I have a hard time saying Antetokounmpo is a center just because of, but even though the size of a center is just like, man, Embiid is like I want to say the best center in the game, man. Like I can't think of one better than him.
He's one of them. I don't want to, because I can't think of nobody right now. But Joe, in this era, yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Yeah, like I personally can't think of anybody that I would much rather have than him. Like outside of Aiden, yeah.
They Jokic. I don't think Jokic can handle the ball as well as Embiid though.
I'd much rather have Jokic than Vucevic though. I will say that.
I would have Jokic better over Vucevic, that's for sure.
Because and it's so crazy to think that AK is the reason why Denver is the way, like he built that team. So I'm like, man, you know. It's so crazy. Like his hand.
They're not even playing the same style of basketball.
Yeah.
Cause like over there, Jokic is like running point. Over here, they're not even playing that. Listen, them two dudes got like what's so funny is because the old regime was trying to build around marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zach got here and he just took over. And marketing, I don't want to say found its place, or marketing just fell back. And I was hearing on the radio how they was trying to figure out a way to get rid of Zach, or they were saying how Zach needs to go. And
you know what? I was one of those guys that didn't believe in Zach.
And marketing had the highest ceiling, but
I thought that as well.
This regime now says Zach has the higher ceiling, and we need to build around Zach. And I think this same regime would have built around Jimmy Butler too.
Yeah, I think if this regime had Jimmy Butler, he would have stayed and it would have been better. But I mean, I'm happy this worked the way it worked because let's face it, Levine is a much higher scorer than Jimmy, and he actually playing defense now. Like that's the one thing I didn't anticipate happening. And whatever happened with him in the Olympics and all that, because you hear them always mentioning the fact that he went to the Olympics over the summer, like it helped him out a lot. Like he's a whole nother player now. Like and he's still getting better. That's the scary part. Like he's still getting better, man. So it's like, man, I need Vooch. So it went from let's trade Vooch to I'm gonna need you to step up tomorrow night, man, because you did not show up at all against Embiid. You can't be shooting threes against him, man. You gotta punish him.
You gotta put your hands on him. You gotta make sure he feels you.
Yeah. So we just gonna leave it at that, man.
Bulls are gonna end it. Bulls gonna be the number one seed, baby. Bulls gonna be the number one seed.
I will not deny that.
Unless something.
But no, and I'm just going. And I didn't want to go there, but based on last night, I'm gonna go there. Wait, it was last night they played Philly, right? Or was that the night before? I don't know. Anyway, they ain't getting no calls, bro. The refs ain't respecting the Bulls like they respecting the other top teams. And that's what has me at having them at 4 instead of 1. It's the refs. Like they not getting foul calls. They like and I see the frustration. That's the reason why
But I saw that. Well, I didn't see the Philly game, but I did see that with the maybe that because it was Detroit, because they wasn't really calling no calls with that Detroit game either. And I'm like, okay, so they just gonna let them be physical. But
no, Philly was getting all the love. Granted, they were in Philly, so it was like But no, that's been a trend for the Bulls. The Bulls ain't been getting no calls, man. They ain't getting no calls against the Raptors. They ain't getting no calls against Philly. They definitely
but we still etch that out with the Raptors. So it's like as long as we stay focused, man, we don't really need to rely on the refs.
We don't, but that I mean I can understand it get frustrated.
That's gonna be pivotal in the playoffs though, but we one step at a time. But
and it's like because I understand like the rule changes and how it's affecting James Harden, but that wasn't the case for Levine and
no, he didn't play dirty like that.
He didn't play like that, so I don't understand why he's not getting foul calls because he's getting hacked every time he go to the hole. So I don't get it, and it's like if he start getting the respect he deserves from the refs, I will put the Bulls at number one because I think they're the best team in the East, but they ain't getting the respect, and that's what got them at 4 because they respect Brooklyn, they respect Philly, they respect Milwaukee.
But I'm not. As far as talent goes, I'm not.
I think the Bulls, hands down, more talented than all three of those teams, but they don't have the respect from the refs like those three teams, and that's what worries me. Because I'm sitting there like, that's a foul. I've said that a lot watching. The only game I didn't see was the second Detroit game. I watched the first one, and I watched every other game except for the preseason games. Yeah. I just watched the highlights of the preseason games, but I watched every game since tip-off. And that was the main. I'm going to miss tomorrow night game because I'm going to be at work. So but yeah, I've watched everyone, and that was the biggest like eye opening. I'm like, they ain't getting no calls, bro.
But still, we edged out what's the record? 5-2, 5-1.
They only lost 2. They lost 2. They lost to New York and Philly the other night. So I know they won every other game. So they hold on, preseason. Nope. 1, 2, 3,
5-2.
4. Yeah, 5-2, I think. Oh dang, there we go. Standings 6-2.
6-2.
Yep, 6-2. They currently number 2 in the East, right behind Philadelphia, who is 7-2. So if we beat Philly tomorrow, we're gonna be number 1 in the East. So
that's it. It's looking like top 3.
And let's put some respect on Miami name. I'm gonna go
why?
Because Jimmy Butler. I love me some Jimmy Butler, bro.
I can put respect on Jimmy's name. I'm not putting respect on Miami's name.
I'm just gonna put.
I'm not from Miami.
I know that, but
no, I see what they did. I see what they did to Joakim Noah. I see what they did with the Bulls. No, I'm not. The place that accepted Chris Bosh and LeBron James. No.
Yeah, man. I just want to shout them out. And New York Knicks.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Shout out to Jimmy Butler. Shout out to Derrick Rose. Since I can't get a team to shout out.
Shout out to Cameron Payne.
Yo, shout outs to Campaign. Did you see the clip of him shouting at LeBron? That was so funny.
No, I didn't see that clip. You gotta send me that clip.
Yeah, it was so.
Shout out to Elton Brand.
It was so. It was so LeBron. Yeah, I think he in Philly still.
Yeah, I think he's still in Philly.
It was so LeBron. That's the reason I ain't even gonna show it to you because it'll irk you. It'll make you mad, but it'll make you proud to say Campaign is the one he was talking to. Because I don't even know what Campaign said, but you can hear LeBron say, "Y'all better humble yourself." It was like, really? I'm like, dude, y'all ain't beating nobody. Y'all supposed to be the number 1 seed in the West.
Y'all gonna barely beat yourself.
Y'all ain't even gonna make the playoffs, bro. I don't even think they're gonna make the play-in game. I'm gonna be honest. Matter of fact, there you go. Book that. The Lakers ain't even gonna make the play-in game. They're gonna be the 11th seed or whatever seed.
That's what they get. That's what That's what Rondo get for going back. That's what Dwight get for going back. That's what DeAndre get for going over there. That's what they all get.
Yep.
Why did you think it was? And then y'all went back to the Western Conference. What was y'all thinking?
We dogs over there.
Why did
dogs over there?
Then I'm hearing there's a resurgence of the Warriors, and they ain't even at full strength yet. That's scary.
It ain't. You know what's crazy about the whole Warriors thing is the Warriors is the same championship team. They just added a couple number one picks because of the injuries. They was in the lottery, so they just got better by just being hurt. Like that's crazy. And then they're not hurt like their key players are shooters. So you don't lose the ability to shoot. It ain't like D Rose that got to change his game because he can't dunk on people no more like that. No, Klay Thompson still shoot. He's still one of the best shooters in the league, if not the best.
Warriors is there. Denver is there. Phoenix is still there. Denver is still there.
Man,
Portland, not a slouch.
Portland, yep.
Minnesota is on the up and up. I don't know what they thinking. You think y'all just gonna bully y'all away?
Clippers are still there. They not who we thought. I'll be the first to admit the Clippers are not who I thought they was gonna be.
No, that's what they get.
Yeah, that's exactly what they get.
That's what you get thinking that two stars,
hurt stars,
think y'all just gonna will y'all way into a championship like that. That's like y'all don't. That's what y'all get. That's the same thing with James Harden and Dwight Howard in Houston. Thought y'all just was gonna will y'all way into nah.
Man, I just posted a video of James Harden that was so terrible. So terrible. Like his effort, he just was like, oh man. I hope he get his act together.
His luster might be losing his luster too.
Man, like he got exposed, bro. I'm tagging you in it right now. It's on Facebook. It is terrible. I'm like, yo, this is against Detroit too. That's what was so funny about it.
Detroit ain't no slouch.
Detroit, yeah, them some young dogs. They gonna man. And I don't even know if the rookies been playing yet. So
I haven't been playing yet either.
Man, they gonna be scary.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what Indiana. Well, they got Rick Carlisle back.
Miles Turner.
Oh.
Him and Sabonis don't seem to be a good fit, and I don't think they're trying to get rid of Sabonis. And it looks like Miles Turner might be an option for us to get. Maybe. I'm
giving Vooch one more chance tomorrow night, and after that, if he can't handle Embiid, he definitely ain't gonna do nothing with it.
Oh, what is up with this nigga?
You saw it.
What was that?
I don't know, bro.
It's Detroit, right? It's Detroit, right? All right.
That looked so bad.
You can't just turn it on in the playoffs. That it
bro,
doesn't work. You gotta
that type of play. When I was growing up, get you sat down. Like you wouldn't even play no more.
I was just gonna say when the players is running, when the inmates are running the asylum,
that's what you get.
They're not listening to Steve Nash, even though Steve Nash will probably be a great coach for another team. But nah, they're not listening to nobody, no matter who you put up in there. You can put Greg Popovich over there. They're not gonna listen.
Nope. Because they got talent. Talent don't listen to coach.
That's why hard work gonna always knock them out.
There you go.
That's Milwaukee.
There you go. So that is it for this week.
Yeah.
Man, that was a good talk, man. Look, I'm excited about the Bulls. Regardless if they fourth or first, I think they're gonna come out the East. Yeah. Whether they fourth or first. And the only team I'm worried about is the Golden State Warriors. And the reason why I'm worried about the Golden State Warriors, is because of them two dogs of Steph and Clay. I'm gonna always be worried about those two.
Yeah, they gonna definitely make Lonzo and Zach work for their money, but I think they will prevail.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying those are the only ones I'm worried about. Yeah. So with that being said,
yeah, man, thanks for vibing with us, and we will catch y'all on payday.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we get paid.
Yep.